BFA Sports is live here tonight in Northfield. This is Birch Grove Park and Game 2 of the Sjssbl series between the Atlantic City Surf, the top seed, and the fourth-seeded Northfield Cardinals. The Cardinals have a one-game-to-none lead here in this best-of-3. Good evening, everybody. I'm Chris Losey along with Doug Stasic. As I mentioned, the Surf top seed coming into this tournament, they take the 2 straight from Egg Harbor Township, and they now are in a must-win situation tonight as they are down 1-0 to Northfield.
A 3-game situation, backs against the wall. This is playoff baseball. Started out with 8 teams in the playoff, down to the Final Four. It's a beautiful night, as you can see here, Birch Grove Park, 82 degrees, 10-mile-an-hour wind out of the south-southwest with clear and beautiful skies. As they would say, it doesn't get much better for baseball than this.
Well, it has to get better for the Surf, too, because in their Game 1 loss, not to mention the fact that they left 13 runners on base, but 5 errors, and that simply can't happen. The starting lineup for Sjssbl Surf tonight, Colin Lombardo will lead off at second base. Nick Newtile is in left field. He'll bat second. Sam Dagger's in right field batting third. Nick Atoy is at third base. He'll bat cleanup. Logan Petty is at first. Justin Minero, the designated hitter. Mo Antonicello at shortstop. A.J. Hansen, the center fielder. Omar Hernandez is the catcher. The national anthem here from Birch Grove Park. National anthem from the Westchester University Marching Band here tonight at Birch Grove Park. So we have the starting lineup for the Surf, and you are looking at the Northfield Cardinals pitcher, Michael Dodd, and it could be for Doug. It could be for Doug. It could be for the Surf, rather, Monday, the sequel. Ethan Dodd takes them out last night. Michael Dodd's on the mound tonight.
Well, it's the Dodd brothers. They've certainly done some damage, and you're looking at the defense that's going to back him up here on the screen. Left to right in the outfield, it's going to be Luke McCarthy, Justin Klemick, and Ethan Hickson. While over at the hot corner, it's going to be J.J. Swentkowski, Tommy Burns, and Brett Ewing holding it down up the middle. Ethan Dodd, last night's pitcher of record over at first base, and C.J. Brown behind the dish.
Starting lineup brought to you by Bunting Family Pharmacy, as the Cardinals have a 1-game-to-none lead in their best-of-3 series. Meanwhile, last night you had the other series, right? You had Buna and Ocean City.
Yeah, that was an absolutely electrifying game. So we had a 4-hitter going into the 8th inning. You had 2 pitchers that both started, Slade for Buna. And on the flip side, you had Gannon Brady at Ocean City. Each threw 5 scoreless innings, giving up just 2 hits apiece. Gannon Brady gets lifted in the game after 10 strikeouts. Jackson Vanesco comes in, and wouldn't you know, a little bit of Buna magic as Jimmy Kurtz, who was 0 for 2 in the game with 2 strikeouts, comes up with the bases loaded. Mind you, after Johnny Monell Jr., former MLB player, was intentionally walked to load the bases, Kurtz gets sweet revenge, and he has the walk-off single. And that game, too, is heading into a must-win now for the Ocean City Water Dogs.
And that's tonight also, right?
Going off right as we are.
There we go.
Live from 5th and Asbury.
5th and Bay?
5th and Bay. No, it's
So,
5th and Asbury.
All right.
It is.
So leading off for the Surf will be Colin Lombardo, the second baseman. Again, must win for the Surf. And talked to Jeff Ball before the game, and he said whatever could go wrong in a baseball game for us did go wrong. So we're looking for better things tonight. And first pitch from Colin McLaughlin is way up high. Sorry, from Michael Dodd, way up high. Just underway tonight. The graphic said 82 degrees.
Man.
And sunshine here tonight in Northfield. Umpires tonight, John Dubel behind the plate. Matt Lawler at first. Joe Rossi is over at third. There's a strike call. 2-1. And the 2-1. That's up high. 3-1 to Lombardo in front of Nick Newtile on deck, the left fielder for the Surf. And a walk to start it for Lombardo. Well, again, Coach Ball said that things are going to be different from the very beginning, and he got his leadoff guy on to start. Doug, you've been a coach for a long time. How aggressive are you going to be here on the base path early on?
I think you still got to feel it out. You want to try to get Dodd uncomfortable, knowing that they went through 2 pitchers last night. The one thing you want to do is get into the bullpen. So you're going to try to make him throw until he gets these strikes kind of going. But once Dodd gets dialed in, there's usually no holding him back.
That's 4 out of 5 out of the strike zone. And now we've got, after a pickoff, we've got a bad throw. That's Nick Newtile. And a 1-0 pitch. Fouled away. It's 1-1. Game 2 tonight here in our Sjssbl semifinal series between the Surf and the Cardinals. Game 3, if necessary, will be right here tomorrow night. Both teams use this facility as their home field.
Yeah, Surf, a little bit of road warriors, but it's worked out pretty well to have them here in Northfield.
It's outside, 2-1. So here comes a 2-1 to Newtile. That's there. It's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Colin Lombardo led off the ball game with a walk. He's at first. The 2-2 with no out. Just missed inside, and the count runs full. 3-2 to Newtile. Sam Daggers, the right fielder, on deck for the Surf. Big pitch here, and it's in the dirt. And the Surf have their first 2 on here to start the ball game, both on walks.
Yeah, not so sure that this is the way that Joe Bunting, manager for Northfield, had envisioned a start, especially with his ace on the mound. But this is where Jeff Ball and the Surf have to capitalize. So you had asked me before, do I think they play a little bit of small ball? Well, now, if you got 2 runners on, nobody out, this might be where you dial up a bit of a small ball play. Try to get 2 runners in scoring position and take away the risk of the double play. The challenge of it is I can't really envision them wanting to take the bat out of the hand of Sam Daggers.
Who bats third? He is squaring, and C.J. Brown got a piece of that one.
Yeah, he's going to have to walk that one off.
So John Dubel will give him some time. Count is 0-1.
So you kind of tipped your hand a little bit now at this point. Got one of the corners playing up. But there's a reason Daggers is in the 3-hole. Wonder if he takes the sack bunt sign off here.
So Nkwasky even with the bag at third, and Dodd is up on the grass at first, as Doug just mentioned. 2 on, nobody out, top of the first. Game 2 tonight. Cardinals have a 1-0 lead in the best of 3. Doug also mentioned Buna has a 1-0 lead in the best of 3 with Ocean City. They're playing tonight at 5th and Asbury down in Ocean City. Here comes the 1-strike pitch. Missed outside, 1-1. So if you want to get him uncomfortable, why not square on the first pitch? Now he's swinging, he sends it to right field. Ethan Hickson's under that one. No tag, and that's the first out of the inning. Hickson shows off his arm, but throws a strike down to third. That's 1 out. Here's Nick Atoy, the third baseman, batting cleanup.
Yeah, a little bit of a chess match. So Dagger shows bunt early, then pulls it back. Ball lets him swing away. And that'll give the opportunity for Nick Atoy, mainland alum and current third baseman of the Atlantic Cape Buccaneers.
Did some pitching, too, didn't he, partner?
Yes, he was the guy who got on the hill a couple times for them.
To right, that ball's fair, and this is going to bring the first run of the game home. Lombardo will score. Newtile will stop at third. RBI single for Nick Atoy, and the Surf in front 1-0.
Whew. Man, did he ever get into this one. But give credit, Hickson comes up, try to eliminate the potential to score maybe even 2 on that one, but runner will hold. Surf strike first. A little bit of a different story than the beginning of this game last night for them.
And now you got Logan Petty up with 1 out and a runner at third. First and third for the Surf. First pitch swinging down the line, fair. That's going to bring in another run. Newtile will score. Atoy to third. A single for Logan Petty, and it's now 2-0.
Man, don't blink. Surf came out firing on all cylinders here tonight.
And
two quick ones.
Sorry, again, first and third. And this is the DH, Justin Minero. 1 out in the inning, 2 runs in for the Surf. Michael Dodd is in some trouble here. Off speed is there, and he's got 2 quick strikes on Minero. You got the DH up here, Doug. You got to get a fly ball out of this guy. What do you think? Like that. To right field, Hickson. He's got an arm. The Toy's going to tag. The throw, though, is up front. And the Surf get another run on the sacrifice fly by Justin Minero, and it's now 3-0.
They are matriculating runs onto the scoreboard. That's the best way I can describe it.
That'll work. Mo Antonicello. Now with Petty at first and 2 outs. Takes the first pitch, strike call, top of the zone. 1 strike to Antonicello. Off speed, fouled back. And quickly 0-2. Logan Petty at first, RBI single. 3 runs in for the Surf here in the top of the first inning. That misses. It's 1-2. So, Doug, I think the Surf made a statement that it was not going to be like last night.
No, they had a decision that they were going to be a bit more aggressive with the bat.
And that hits him. So that'll move Petty up to second. Antonicello hit by the pitch ball, and now A.J. Hansen will come up.
Looking at this matchup on paper, I was kind of thinking we'd be lucky to see 3 runs scored in this game tonight. So the fact that it's happening at the top of the first certainly has got my attention.
First pitch up and in. Hansen, the center fielder for the Surf tonight. 1-0 down the middle, and it's fouled away. Ball on a strike to A.J. Hansen. 3 in for the Surf in the top of the first. And they did it every way possible. Walk, sacrifice fly, and RBI hits. That got John Dubel.
A little bit of everything.
Count now 1-2. Hansen sporting a Villanova batting helmet. Need you to keep an eye on that. You know, I missed a few of them, especially the one that Toy was wearing with the white one.
Yeah, well, Toy, he was rocking his Buccaneers helmet.
Where Antonicello, he's got like a Tiger Woods logo with the letters and a diamond.
Yeah.
2-2. Curveball misses inside. The count is full. And now Michael Dodd is 1 pitch away from the Surf batting around on him in the top of the first. 2 on, 3-2. Up high, ball 4. And that'll bring up Omar Hernandez, and the Surf have batted around here in the first inning.
This is definitely a rough situation to be in. Hernandez traditionally was batting cleanup for the Atlantic Cape Buccaneers, so You know, having them down here in the 9-hole, a little bit of a deke move. These teams know each other remarkably well, and certainly, Joe Bunting early on trying to regroup the troops and come up with a game plan. And I can tell you they're not going to want to leave too much meat on the bone as far as the strike zone goes to Omar Hernandez.
That's a good point. I think he's in the 9 spot. It has nothing to do with his lack of hitting.
Yeah, and although the Bunting Family Pharmacy prides itself on bringing the pharmacy home to you, I can assure you Joe Bunting, the manager, doesn't want anybody to be brought home right now.
Exactly. Here's Omar Hernandez with the bases loaded, and the first pitch is up high.
Yeah, the Atlantic Cape catcher had a fantastic year. A little bit of a come-out, coming out on the big stage there. Got an opportunity to play a big role for the Bucks, and he did. He was big with the bat and a plus defender behind the plate to boot.
Good kid, too. Really a nice kid. Here's the 2-0. That's a strike call. 2-1. 2 balls and a strike, Omar Hernandez. That's low. It's 3-1. Surf had 1 run all night last night, 5 errors, and left 13 on base. Tonight, different story. Top of the first, 3 runs in. That's skied foul. Count runs full to Hernandez. Pressure on Michael Dodd early. Not only did he give up the runs, he's got the bases loaded. Now he's got a full count. Nowhere to put Hernandez.
Usually what happens with Dodd is he starts to dial it in, usually right about halfway through that first inning, and then once he does, there's no stopping him. But
hasn't done it yet. He just walked in another run. Petty comes home with the 4th run. And now it is 4-0 Surf. And the Cardinals haven't even seen the dugout yet. And this is the part where you have to change the numbers on the scorecard.
Yeah, you got to
2 becomes a 1.
Create another,
yeah. So forth.
Row.
So forth and so on.
It's rough when it happens in the first inning.
Yes, there is.
Tough enough to deal with it when it's later on in the game, but now.
No spreadsheets here.
No.
Lombardo walked to start the ball game. Later scored.
Looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner there for the catcher, Hernandez, and that's number 24.
On the Atoy base hit. So Kyle Transu is running for Hernandez at first. Lombardo takes outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
Dodd just right now doesn't look like he can get comfortable.
So I made the 9 and 8. That looks pretty good. Strike call.
Yeah, there you go.
And it's 1-1. 4 runs in. 10 men to the plate already. And the base is loaded. That misses. 2 balls and a strike. Michael Dodd, Cumberland County College.
That's right. Just had a lunch today, matter of fact, with Athletic Director J.D. Diamco and Assistant A.D. Chris Lopez.
Could it be? Got any breaking news?
Yeah, breaking news is we're going to be hosting 2 BFA recruitment events at the RCSJ Cumberland come the fall, 1 in September. And
Ball
1 in
4,
October.
Another run is in. It's 5-0. Antonicello comes home. And here's Nick Newtile, who also walked. And that's going to be it for Michael Dodd.
Well, you're in the playoffs, and the situation is there could very well, and again, I hate to say this early in the game, but there could be another game tomorrow. And if that's the case, you want an arm like Dodd because let's just be real. I mean, if you have just a bit of an off night, save the arm, good night's rest, come back at it, have an opportunity to get right back at it and throw again tomorrow.
Anthony Capasso is the new Cardinal pitcher. And this is what the playoffs are all about because he comes in with the bases loaded and he's got to face the number 2 hitter, Nick Newtile, who also walked. 5 runs in for the Surf in the top of the first inning here in Game 2 tonight. So here's a question
And-
for you, Doug.
Yeah.
Where'd you get those, sporting those Oakleys?
I got those at the, the outlets up there near you. Gloucester Township outlets.
Really? That case looks like it could fit a lunch.
It could. Sometimes it might need to. So,
What can you tell us about Capasso, Doug?
Capasso, another guy right out of local kid out of mainland. He has some good stuff. You know, he's got multiple pitches he can mix up. He's got a little bit of a sidearm delivery. Going to keep guys off balance for sure. Going to give it a much different look than what they just saw Michael Dodd with 2 outs. Final line for Mike Dodd was 2/3 of an inning pitch, 2 hits, 5 runs, all 5 earned with 5 walks. No Ks.
So for you trivia buffs, what would be his ERA in the game? First pitch swinging, fouled back.
I don't think you want to know. I don't know that one.
It starts with an I.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a tough night there. But again, I like what Bunting did, kind of thinking ahead, realizing that this now has the potential
To right field, Hickson
made a
great catch. Here it is again. It'll take us to break. 5 runs. The Surf send 11 to the plate. And on that play, the top of the first finally ends. 5-0 Surf here on BFA. A shock here in game number 2 as the Surf put a 5 spot on the board in the top of the first inning, and this is Kyle McLaughlin with a 5-run lead, and that's the lineup that he's going to face tonight for the Northfield Cardinals. Justin Clemick in center field, Brett Ewing at second. Bobby Baxter is the designated hitter in the 3 spot tonight. C.J. Brown batting cleanup the catcher. J.J. Swenkowski is at third. Ethan Hickson in right, who made that great catch to end the top of the first inning. Ethan Dodd at first. Tommy Burns, the shortstop. Luke McCarthy is in left field.
And the defense that'll back up, starting pitcher, left to right in the outfield is Nick Newtile, A.J. Hansen in center, while Sam Daggers, the Absegami alum, in right. Atoy at the hot corner, Antonicello at short. Lombardo is at second base. Logan Petty, the big swinging left-handed first baseman, is over at first, while Omar Hernandez, we spoke about his coming out party this year for the Bucks, is behind the dish. And here's hoping that Tom Petty doesn't get us copyrighted strike here on our YouTube. So we're going to have to be a little mindful of that between innings, folks. So if you don't hear us talk as much between the innings and just bring you back, it's because people at the game are enjoying some of Tom Petty's greatest hits.
We'll have a conversation with him. Justin Clemick leading off for the Cardinals in the bottom of the first in a 5-0 game. Kyle McLaughlin. How about a spot for this young man? Takes the mound with a 5-run lead. And pours a strike right down the middle of Clemick. Two quick strikes.
Well, this is the advantage Northfield has. If you're going to give up a crooked number this early in the game, you have a lot of at-bats to be able to climb out of a hole. But now what you need to do is limit the damage.
Just missed with a slider, and it's 1-2.
On the flip side, if you're the Surf, you just pitch the contact. You try to get an efficient game out of your pitcher. You know, let McLaughlin just throw strikes. If these meet on the plate, let the defense play, man. You can 5-run lead. It's a lot of ABs that you can try to eliminate there.
Clemick strikes out, and here's Brett Ewing. You know the old adage is true, Doug. You can't hit a 5-run home run.
No, not in today's age. I mean, maybe in the Atlantic League at some point if they try to
God,
some new
don't get
circus
me
stunts.
started. Yes, he did. Oh,
They used to say, Chris, you couldn't steal first base either, but
yeah, I know.
you could do that in the Atlantic League, at least for part of last summer.
Yeah, and it's coming back, I believe, too. This one's straight up, but it's going to wind up out of play and right near us.
Damn.
And I wasn't moving because you know what? You never have to until you have to.
Yeah.
2 quick strikes to Ewing.
I just want to point out that we made the decision to move the new BFA pickup truck. That would have gone right in the side of the door. Straight up or in the window, one or the other.
You didn't bring the new though tonight.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. The new is being worked on.
Already?
Nothing mechanical. It's just
okay.
Design.
Oh. Still 2 strikes to Ewing.
Man, so look at this. McLaughlin way ahead the first 2 batters of the game. Tough to hit. You're in a position down 2 strikes.
Ripped to center field. A.J. Hansen hardly has to move. And that's 2 outs. And here's Bobby Baxter.
The sweet swinging Bobby Baxter. Dude is like tough as nails. Reminds me of Lenny Dykstra.
Before the before he blew up.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, Baxter was his senior year. He didn't want to miss any time over there at Egg Harbor Township. So he comes back early from a leg injury, broken bone in his leg, to get at bats. Once he would get down, if he got 1 hit, Carmichael would then take him out so he didn't have to end up running. But that's how much this kid wanted to play. It's the kind of player that you're dealing with in Bobby Baxter.
Big hack at that one, 1-1. 2 outs, bases empty, bottom of the first inning, and you see the score. 5 in the top of the first for the Surf. Kyle McLaughlin. Mercer County product. That's up high. 2-1. That's in the dirt. So a 3-1 count now. Here's Colin McLaughlin's 3-1. Missed the outside edge. Baxter walks.
Well, again, this is what you need. A little bit of a spark. Get Baxter on and get to your cleanup hitter, C.J. Brown. C.J. Brown. See him a lot of Saturday mornings walking around the Home Depot in the garden department because this guy can rake.
I was wondering where you were going with that. Either he was employed there or you were coming up with something really corny. You chose the latter. Fastball on the outside corner.
You can get a ladder to a Home Depot if you need to, Chris.
There is the catcher, C.J. Brown, another good receiver. 2 good receivers in the ballgame tonight.
We had the same thing playing out in the other series. You had Joe Gallagher and Jake Guglielmi.
Googs. Had him a couple times in the Bridgeton tournament. Good catcher.
Yeah, very good defender. Does a nice job receiving. And the speed that he has is just unreal from a catcher's standpoint. You just don't expect a catcher to have those kind of wheels that he does.
Not to mention, he can shut down the running game. Hernandez, meanwhile, is late on that throw and a stolen base for Baxter. Pitch was down low, and it's 2-1.
Well, if you can get one back, did you see Hernandez? Good throw, but Baxter just had a fantastic jump. This is what it is that you're looking for.
Got to get a number on the board, and not a round one, right?
No. You need a
runner at second for McLaughlin in the 2-1. This one is bounced to short, but cut off by McLaughlin. Fielding his position, he throws it over Petty's head. Cardinals are going to get a run. An error by the Surf pitcher. Baxter scores 5-1.
This was what crushed the Surf last night, and to see it kind of rear its ugly head early in this one with a 5-run lead, got to be a little unnerving for manager Jeff Ball, so they give him a freebie.
And here's J.J. Swinkowski, the third baseman.
Well, Instead of Brown maybe going to Home Depot, like I said, it was like BJ's, just giving out free samples. They were just giving away runs on a Saturday morning.
Oh, my. Ryan Schumacher, I'm going to have to call the boss on this guy right here. 2 corporations, neither of them sponsors of BFA Sports.
Yet. Yet.
Nice. 1-0 coming to Swinkowski. Brown is at first, reached on an error. Outside corner, 1-1. 5-1 our score, bottom of the first inning. 81 degrees here in Northfield, and perfect night, as Doug said, for baseball. So we know the weather's not going to affect this possible elimination game. 1-1, runner breaks. Swinkowski chased that one, and it's now a ball and 2 strikes. With Brown at second. Talk about catchers with speed.
Well, you got to be aggressive here. I mean, you're playing with house money. If you're down 4 runs and it's the first inning, 2 outs, I mean, a single with a runner at second, much different with 2 outs than a single with a runner at first.
Way up high.
Because at this point, you got to know that Brown's going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. It's going to allow him to hit the Jets. It's 2-2.
So I would think he can go off speed here, and that's a good point you make on the count. Let's see what McLaughlin throws. It's a fastball, and it's lifted foul out of play. So we'll do it again. 2-2, a run in for the Cardinals. It's 5-1 in the bottom of the first inning, and a chance to get another with C.J. Brown at second base. Reached on an error, stole second. Two-two, and the count runs full with Ethan Hickson on deck. And you like the way Hickson's been swinging the bat lately.
Yeah, Hickson, another guy, kill you with his speed. As long as he's connected and putting that baseball in play, he's going to put a lot of pressure on the defense.
Here it comes, the 3-2. Lifted in the air to right field. Daggers, a couple steps to his right. Makes the catch. That'll end the inning. A run in. It's unearned. But the Cardinals get on the board, and after 1 here in Game 2, it's 5-1 Surf here on BFA. Top of the second. That is the lineup for the Surf. It'll be Daggers, Atoy, and Logan Petty to face Anthony Capasso, who is in his second inning of relief work of Michael Dodd. 5-1 the score for the Surf. And here is Daggers. Fly out to right his first time up. Capasso coming from the side with that one.
Talked about catchers with speed. So Daggers, when he was at Absegami, was a catcher. He was recruited quite heavily for a bunch of colleges as an outfielder, made the transition because his speed, you can't deny it. And he's batting in the 3-hole here, but this guy has legitimate multi-tools that he works with. He's back in the recruitment cycle from what I understand.
What do they call that, the portal?
Transfer portal.
Cool.
So
1-2 coming to Daggers. Struck him out. Chased that one out of the zone. Strikeout for Capasso.
He was at RCGC last season. Did a nice job for the Roadrunners. Got to catch up with Sam and figure out what his next stop is.
Here's a toy. RBI single his first time up. This one's the third. Swinkowski on 3 hops. Throws across. 2 outs. And Logan Petty up. RBI single. Both to right field, by the way, from those two.
Yeah, it was transparently, we talked a little strategy about some of the camera coverage.
Who wants to tell Logan he's got a hole in his pants?
Oh, no, he's as old school of a baller as there is. I mean, those are basically his good luck pants, which is why with the Surf having been on a run here, you're not going to see him do anything with those pants anytime soon.
They're hanging like curtains. To second, Ewing to his left, and that's a quick 1-2-3 for Capasso. No runs for the Surf. We'll go to the bottom of the second. 5-1, Northfield or Atlantic City on BFA. Bottom of the second here in Northfield, the Surf up 5-1 in game number 2. And it'll be Ethan Hickson, Ethan Dodd, and Tommy Burns facing Colin McLaughlin. I call him Kyle. I'm sorry about that. It's Colin.
It is Colin.
Alrighty. It's up high.
Man. Ethan Hickson has gotten bigger since I feel like every time I see this kid, man.
Well, that's the camera.
He's been working out. He used to have a pretty thin frame, but he looks like he's put some nice lean muscle on.
Put quite a swing on that ball. 1-1. By the way, we have a special guest coming up. Here's the 1-1. Off speed. Did he get there? Appeal goes down to Joe Rossi, and he says no. So now the Surf dugout says, well, we didn't like what Joe Rossi said. Can we send it to Matt Lawler, see what he thought? Here's the 2-1. Missed that fastball. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Ethan Hickson, followed by Ethan Dodd here in the bottom of the second inning. Missed with that fastball, and the count runs full.
So, yeah, with playoff time, man, we have all kinds of special guests at these games. Last night we had Dave O'Sullivan from Glory Days Magazine on, and he's here snapping more photos tonight.
You're going to like this one.
Yeah, well, we also had.
Definitely going to like this one.
So, congratulations are in order for Junior Mejia. He's here tonight, new head coach of Absegami High School. So I can't wait to see him since I'm a Galloway native, it's great to know a great baseball guy like Junior's going to be taking over that program after a.
I'll tell you something about that young man. Loved umpiring when he played. Never said anything. Turned into a fine coach. Is he looking? Because I'm only saying it because he's behind me. No. Good job, Junior. Can we get our special guest on a little bit of a camera, too? What do you think?
How are we going to do that, Chris?
No.
Since we don't have any angles like that.
No camera?
This guy.
Oh, my God.
Chris Losey loves to work on productions that have unlimited budgets. All right, so.
Oh, my goodness. Hickson at first with a walk and a 1-1 count on Ethan Dodd. From the stretch, McLaughlin delivers. That fastball swung on and missed. They throw back. Hickson is back.
So the last time I remember being in Northfield, I was on air calling a game. I actually had a lady in the booth. It was my wife, right?
Yes.
So that was a BFA
Yes.
first, and now a close BFA second. So we have Chase Petty's mom, Bonnie Yalger, on the line. So
on the line.
On the line.
She's here live. So how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Awesome. So as we check out Logan, your other son, we have to ask you about the pants. So Logan's pants look like they've traveled the world a little bit and then some.
They have.
It's like a ripped curtain at a high school gym that was been closed 20 years.
His baseball pants, his senior year of high school, looked exactly the same way.
Did he do it on purpose?
Well, he's superstitious.
Very superstitious.
Tremendously so.
Hugely superstitious.
So, you know.
Yes. Yes. You don't wash the pants. Ever.
The Petty brothers' mom is here. And, yeah, so she's obviously not going to touch the pants of Logan, that's for sure.
No.
God. So let me ask you this question.
Yes.
Have you come down yet from the cloud that you're on?
No.
Good for you.
No.
And I have to tell you, I told you this off the camera, that I've liked every single picture that you have posted on Facebook. So thank you for accepting my friendship, first of all.
No
but
problem.
oh, my God. I mean, it's just – and I really – because Bob is on our side as – of course, we're talking about Bob Petty's father. The umpire, he's part of our group. And, you know, it's just a wonderful experience to see how family just does everything the right way. It just really is. And, you know, for you and what transpired with at such a high level and the Minnesota Twins and the interview we did last night, which was just phenomenal. I mean, I was screaming at the television going, you go. You go, Chase.
Hysterical.
Really? What's that like? How is Minnesota, first of all?
I had no clue that Minnesota has the same weather that we do. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Hot summers, yeah.
It is.
It
in
is
the summer.
disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. When you're that far, you're far north, but you're in the Midwest. There's not a lot of breeze. There's not a lot of wind. So it's very warm in the summer and very chilly in the winter.
I think with the humidity yesterday, it was over 100 degrees.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
It was horrible.
All right. So
Well, we just got 2 walks, so we got first and second. Let's get back to Bonnie. That's fine. So the draft night.
Yes.
All right. What's a shake and bake thing? Was that planned?
It was not. Well, Joe Mack caught for Chase summer of
yeah, that was the first.
2020 during COVID.
That was the first event that they had where he popped 100 on the gun.
Yes. So they did the summer circuit together that year, and it was just really the catcher he was most comfortable with all summer. So they stayed friends, you know, since then. But the shake and bake thing was not planned.
Oh, I loved it. I loved it. And they ate it up, too, MLB Network. I mean, they ate it up, too.
Well, your sons have always been characters from as long as I can recall, 7, 8 years old. They were never short with their words, that's for sure.
No.
So didn't surprise me whatsoever.
Well, I'm late to the party this year because Bob and I just started umpiring and I started meeting the kids. I put Logan on television. Did you see that?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, when he had his knee problem.
Yep.
We had so much fun. I said, hey, listen, if this first base thing doesn't work out for you, just let us know.
Exactly.
You know,
He is definitely a character.
Oh, my God.
The other character, being Logan, is playing way up right now as this is
There he is.
definitive sacrifice bunt situation.
Tommy Burns, the 8-hitter, squares the bunt, and the pitch is up high, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, they're trying to put some pressure now on McLaughlin. I kind of love this, right? So they're down 5-1, trying to battle it back, but Logan
And 2 walks, too, by the way. Now Jeff Ball's going to come out, and I think that's his second visit. I think he's going to take him. Let's do here we go. Let's see here. Come on, Doug. Let's get a selfie. See, look at that. See on that? That's awesome, isn't it? You know who that is? That's fantastic.
You have no idea, Bonnie. This guy takes more selfies than anybody in
absolutely.
human history. Human history right there. He's going to set a Guinness Book of World Records.
Good.
So we're talking.
My fiance calls me a diva.
Well, that's true. I mean, you can't deny it. But so what? How's the household going right now? Because like Logan was saying, like he's a little bit sad right now because he's kind of like missing his best friend.
Oh my God!
He is. He sent me a text the other day, right after we left to go to Minnesota, and I asked him if he was doing okay, and he was like, "Mom, I'm so sad. I lost my best friend, and I'm not going to see him every day." And
you know, it's funny. I just said
really
that to him. He comes to the game. There's a strike call, and I said, "You look like you just lost your best friend." And I set him up. He went, "I did." I went, "Oh, give me a hug."
Yeah.
I mean, he just that's why I love that kid. I mean, Chase is in another universe, but that's why I love that kid. I mean, when he was hurt, and we had him on television, ACC, 2-2 pitch, by the way, is up high. We're talking about a kid that leaves it all on the field as well, and it killed him that he couldn't play in that game.
Yes.
Killed him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was tough end of the tail end of the season, but he worked his way back.
Oh, my God.
Tried to do it and did a hell of a job, too, in the playoffs, man.
Yeah,
he did.
He did good. And listen, he even went out to right field so he could be in the game. And
speaking of right field, they call an infield fly, and that's the first out of the inning.
It's pretty deep for an infield fly call over in the right field corner. I don't think there's anything.
Infielders under it? Here we go. Okay. Infielders under it, right?
Infielders under it, yep.
Okay. Routine?
Was it routine? I don't think so.
Was it back to the outfielder?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's Luke McCarthy. We have so much fun.
Well,
Offers at that one. Huh?
When I'm not here, I watch.
You do?
When you guys are streaming.
We got fans?
Yeah,
Of course.
we appreciate it.
Oh, my God. That's why she said yes to the friendship.
So were you here last night, Bon?
I was not. I was still in
Oh,
Minnesota.
you were still in Minnesota.
Yeah.
That's right.
So you brought your sister?
To Denver.
Sister? Oh, my
To
God.
Denver.
You guys tore it up.
Oh, my sister and I? Oh.
You tore it up.
We
How many
did.
bars did you close?
Actually, none.
Ah.
I know.
I thought you were going to go get there. Wow. Hang on.
We did. We had a blast, though.
1-1, runners breaking. Hernandez's throw is on the money, but it's late.
Yeah, this is a great first step. You know, you're back against the wall. You got to make something happen. Look at this jump, man. There was no chance. I mean, Hernandez, even with a great throw, way too much real estate there. And again, fleet-footed. Ethan Hickson, one of the fastest guys in the league. Hard to catch to begin with.
So now it's first and third. In a 5-1 game in the bottom of the second. Other runner breaks. Hernandez couldn't get that one out of his glove. So that's a stolen base now for Burns. And it's second and third. So McCarthy strikes out.
What can you do?
So if Surf win tonight,
Yeah.
Game 3 tomorrow night.
Yeah.
You want to leave a chair here? Or?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'll be here.
Okay.
Listen, I got off the plane this afternoon from Minneapolis, and I'm here.
Hey.
That's awesome.
You're one of the biggest baseball moms we know. I mean, I haven't seen many games where I haven't seen you at. Especially
Really?
the last couple of years. It's like,
Oh.
wow. Might as well just give her a Diamond Club seat every time. It's always, but
I have to tell you, I mean, the first time I met Chase was when we put him on television in the first game of the year this year at Holy Spirit, and he made you feel like, he made you feel so comfortable, like you could say anything you wanted to him.
Right.
He's just a natural. And then he has, who's the catcher?
Cole
Cole
Campbell
Campbell behind him with the home run that he hit in that game, and he gave him the spotlight too.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's just, that's
That's who he
unbelievable.
is.
yeah. Well, listen, that's the Petty boys in general. As long as I've known them, it's never been about them. It's always been about the teammates and what else can they do. And Chase knew in that situation, Cole had an unbelievable game.
Absolutely.
He hadn't committed at that point yet, so of course Chase is gonna hand him his hat.
Oh, yeah.
And make sure that he gets a chance to be seen. So we'll step away here for just a brief second.
Clemick strikes out. No runs for the Cards. Go to the top of the third. 5-2 Surf. Thank you. Top of the third for the Surf. They lead 5-1 here on BFA. You're watching Sjssbl playoff action, exclusively sponsored by Bunting Family Pharmacy. And in the top of the third inning, it'll be Justin Minero, Mo Antonicello, and A.J. Hansen. And first pitch swinging is Minero to deep short, and he's going to leg that out. Infield single to start the third for Minero.
Yeah, not much Tommy Burns could do about that. Got chewed up in the infield grass. You'll see it right here. He made a great play, good transition, but you can see he got a little bit stuck with the backhand, but just got chewed up, and good legging out by Justin Minero of Buna.
That'll bring up Mo Antonicello. He was hit by a pitch his first time up, and we're with Bonnie Yauger, the mother of Chase Petty, who has actually officially reported to Fort Myers in the Twins organization.
As of 8 o'clock this morning.
So what's next for him in the next couple, 48 hours?
So he has to quarantine until Friday because he hasn't had his vaccine yet.
Oh.
Yeah. But they did a COVID test the second we got off the plane in Minneapolis.
Okay.
They did another COVID test when he got off the plane in Fort Myers.
Mm-hmm.
So they're just making him stay in a room by himself for 2 days, 3 days.
A lot of video games and potato chips.
Exactly. I'm so glad he took his PlayStation with him.
Well, signing a very, very large contract. I mean, everybody in South Jersey is like in awe, but you must be incredibly proud of him.
Oh, I actually texted him today, and I said, it doesn't seem appropriate to say that I'm proud of you because there's no words that can describe how proud I am. Yeah, I'm proud of you just doesn't seem like enough.
Antonicello to the opposite way. Base hit. It's now first and third for the Surf and nobody out. They lead 5-1 here in Game 2 in the top of the third. And if the Surf win tonight, they'll force a Game 3 tomorrow night, and everybody will be right here. See if we get a square from the other game, by the way, as we look at A.J. Hansen.
Assuming that they're on the game changer, we should be able to look that up.
Hansen walked his first time up to force in a run. 2 walks forced in by Michael Dodd. Have you seen the Dodd kids pitch?
I have not. I have not.
Ethan and Michael?
But I have seen this kid pitch, and he's phenomenal.
This kid would be Anthony Capasso, and he's already got
such a
2
great
Ks.
kid.
Tell me about him.
Well, he's actually, Juliana Capasso is one of Logan's best friends. So I know him through her, and he's just a sweet, sweet kid.
Another mainland alum.
Yes. Yep.
Saw Billy Kern at the draft.
Yeah.
He didn't know what his reaction was. He was like,
I think everybody was caught a little off guard, and you don't
Really?
know how to react on national television.
Yeah, no.
Chase did.
Yes, he did. He did.
He did. That pitch is down low.
So what's it going to be like for him? Is he going to play some summer ball per se? He's got to
No.
kind of wait it out, do it all instructional.
He's going to be doing instructional all summer, well, for the rest of the summer.
Yeah.
And then I'm not sure exactly how much he's going to play in the fall.
Yeah.
We're still waiting to hear, and
You comfy like that? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Well,
They forced us to move the trailer because it's white, so the fielders would complain on the left side of the field they couldn't
you
see it because of the
kidding me?
ball.
No.
That's why
That's
we're trailerless right now.
No. I remember doing a game where we made somebody turn the headlights off
Oh
in
yeah.
the outfield.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's always been a thing.
But it kept the game lit.
Oh,
One
jeez.
ball, no strikes. The bases are loaded on the walk by Hansen.
So just a little bit of deja vu here again, man. We
Yeah.
saw this back in the first. They got bases loaded, nobody out with a 4-run lead.
Walk.
I watched it streaming before I got here.
Oh, boy.
I haven't missed a single out
She's one of our
or a
biggest
single
fans.
at bat.
There you go.
Nah, hey.
Count is 1-1. And eventually, you are going to come down a little bit.
I am. I'm actually leaving on Thursday to go down to North Carolina, but then I come back on Tuesday, and I think once I settle in on Tuesday and there's really nothing in the foreseeable future, I think that's when it's all going to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy when you're busy,
Exactly.
right? It's easy when
Exactly.
you're busy. You go. All of a sudden, it's like, The
when there's-
merry-go-round stops. And
exactly.
Ooh, okay, this is different.
As soon as there's nothing to do, I think that's when we're going to run into a problem.
Yeah.
Well, the surf merry-go-round keeps going because that's a hit by pitch to Hernandez. That's now 6-1, and the top of the order. And Colin Lombardo will bat, and he is officially 0 for 1 with 2 walks. So,
Yep.
Chase, in the article, I forget somebody who wrote for, I think it was the Minnesota Twins, actual official website, and Chase was quoted, the first thing he's going to do to signing bonus is pay off Logan's college debt.
Yes.
That's just.
He has said that from the very beginning. Since we knew him getting drafted was a possibility.
It's Petty Brothers 101.
Yes.
How that one
Absolutely.
served over the bag at first, and that's going to score a couple. It is now 8-1 Surf. Lombardo serving one to right.
Yeah, just a good piece of inside-out hitting. I mean, simple as that. You push it to the right side. Everybody gets to move up a base and score. This is it's like a tale. I mean, I don't know, use a Minnesota thing, but it's the tale of two cities.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, let me tell you, I
between
talked
last
to,
night and tonight, it's crazy.
I talked to Logan after the game last night, and he was like, "Mom, it was bad."
As you said here, he said to me the same thing. He said, "Chris, it was really bad last night."
Yeah.
He said, "We just and Jeff Ball said, echoing his statements, he said, anything that could go wrong in a baseball game did."
Right.
You know, I mean, 13 men left on base, 5 errors. I mean, that's unofficial count, of course, but you know.
That's not how you win a baseball game.
Oh.
No. It's a tough way to win. That's for
Yeah, I
sure.
know.
I mean, you want to teach yourself a lesson, go down like
Right.
5-6 runs early on and make 5 errors.
Exactly.
You go win that one, I'll shake your hand.
Yep.
1 and 2 to New Tile. He is officially 0 for 1. Fly out to right and a walk. 7 walks for the Surf tonight, Dougie.
Oh, they're being selected from their pitches. Oh, man, that's a shot.
That's it pretty well to left field. McCarthy is back, makes the catch and drops it. Had it in his glove, couldn't hang on to it. Surf are going to get another run. It is 9-1.
Man, this is just tough break. Again, it's almost like these guys just switched roles between last night and tonight. Couple of critical miscues at about the worst time, and there's nothing worse than making an error when you have the bases loaded.
And nobody out still. 4 runs in the third and a 9-1 lead.
Yeah, this is a situation here. If you're Joe Bunting, the manager, listen, I'm the biggest optimist that there is, but you now have to set your team up for Game 3. If you happen to climb back into it, that's a bonus. But right now, you need to make sure you have enough bullets tomorrow to make sure you can pull out Game 3.
Absolutely.
Looks like he's going to continue to ride it out here with Capasso.
Capasso, yeah.
So.
Some of the best coaches I can remember when I was interviewing them back in the 80s and the 90s, and one writer said Tony La Russa was one of the best managers ever because when the game was in the bottom of the third, his mind was in the top of the 7th already.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, that's you can't pay a better compliment than that to a manager. So here we go. Conference is over. This is Sam Daggers. Strikeout his last time up. He's 0 for 2. Infield in for the Cards. They can't allow any more. That pitch is inside. It's 9-1. All right, so they're not Atlantic City. What do we call them again?
They're South Jersey Surf.
South Jersey Surf.
South
Thank
Jersey
you.
Surf. Yes.
Thank you. Swing and a miss, ball and a strike. I mean, we want to be correct here. So, well.
Man, that is a tough spot to be in.
Bounced in the hole. It's cut off. Swinkowski, and he's got nowhere to go with it.
Didn't get it clean.
He lost it. 10-1. Lombardo scores. Wow. Score that an error or a hit?
It's an error.
That's an error. I like it.
I like it.
Straight
Not
on
stick
point.
around.
Look, I mean, right there.
And here's a toy.
Gonna have Bonnie on as color commentator more often.
Absolutely.
The unfiltered.
Absolutely. Are you kidding? No. Love it. Please. You know, the joke around my house with Chrissy is she couldn't spell ESPN. So, you know.
It's That's why you keep telling her how wonderful you are, and she believes I'm the greatest sports announcer that
Oh,
there
God,
is.
no.
She's nothing to compare it to, so she just
You know
believes
what?
every word.
Oh, my God, that's ripped down left field. And the hits keep coming for the Surf. Here comes another run. New Tile scores. 11-1. Atoy smokes one to left, and he has 2 RBIs tonight. And first and second, and guess who's up?
Gee, I don't know.
Now let's talk about
The
this.
best first baseman in the game.
Let's talk
There
about
you
this
go.
strategically placed hole right there on the pants. You see how there's a cut?
I'm telling you, every pair of pants he has, same exact hole. The hole was so bad in his pants his senior year, Billy Kern told him to keep the pants. And he asked me to frame them.
That's great.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The petty boys, the superstitions are ridiculous.
Well,
And I'm just as
you
bad.
have your own.
I'm just as bad.
Because you sit in the same exact
Yep.
chair at every
Oh,
single mainland
God.
game, like this,
Yes.
and
Wear the same
you have
outfit.
yeah, you have to measure it because I know you know how many steps it is from that pole. I know you do.
It's
Did you guys just see
terrible.
what just happened? C.J. Brown went to throw the ball back to the mound, and it hit Logan's bat and kicked over to third base.
Didn't see that.
Obviously.
They're best buddies.
2-1. In the air to right, and Logan just got under it.
That's pretty
Hickson
deep, up against the fence.
Will make the catch. A tag up. And Daggers goes to third. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. That's not something you do.
No, it's really not.
That's the first.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
gonna.
boy.
That is not good etiquette.
Well, we'll see.
Well,
So now,
well, he just
First
missed it.
and
I mean,
third.
look how deep it was. That's the level of frustration. Hickson was up against the fence. If he,
That's as bad as stealing bases when you're up like
yeah,
that.
Surf bat around again, though. And this one is lifted to right by Monero.
they're-
Hickson with that one. No advance on that throw. And now there are 2 outs. 6 runs in the inning to go with 5 in the first. They lead 11-1. And as Doug mentioned, at what point do you start thinking about tomorrow night?
Now,
yeah, yeah,
seriously.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Stranger things have happened. Brown's going to throw back, and that gets through. And the throw
Just like
home is
stealing
late.
home.
Daggers now scores 12-1.
Well, if you make the throw, you got to suffer the consequences if it doesn't go your way. And the Surf had vengeance on the mind after last night's episode, so
Yes.
it seems like they're getting a little bit of that right now.
And once again, what do I have to do with the scorecard? I got to change the numbers again.
Yes.
Again.
Yes.
So that,
Listen, I was a scorekeeper for 15 years.
well, then you
I
fix this
get
because
it.
I don't know what I'm doing
I
anymore.
get
This
it.
is ridiculous.
This is
The
ridiculous.
4's got to become a 3. I mean, this
Yes.
is insane. I'll put you to work.
I see.
2 balls and no strikes to Mo Antonicello.
I just hope they don't bat around again.
That's
Because
inside.
you're out of room.
Yeah, well, we got
We're back in the truck if that happens again. Goodness gracious.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I got an autograph and everything.
See? See?
It's 3-1 with 2 outs, by the way. 7 runs in now. And that's the helmet, by the way, Doug. What's he wearing? It's like a yellow and a black.
oh, that's New Jersey baseball.
There you go. See? The man knows everything.
That's a New Jersey baseball helmet.
And the
there.
problem here for Joe, he
Mike
has to
Mike
keep.
Lahoud is probably watching
Capasso
somewhere.
on the
game. Yeah.
Yep, New Jersey baseball.
What do you think, Doug?
You got to burn
For
them.
Joe, he's got to keep.
You gotta
Capasso.
burn
Oh
him.
yeah, you burn
Yeah.
him at this point. I mean, you don't want to get too crazy because,
Right.
but usually, I know Joe Bunting tries to keep his guys around 90 pitches max in any given game, so he's probably gonna go there.
I know you weren't happy with the result of the Ocean City mainland game, but
But
Mr. Gatley came up to me, hugged me. Said, "Great job, Chris."
really,
Yes, he did.
very nice.
Doug Stasic said, "Oh boy, if his head gets any bigger, he won't be able to fit in his car."
Yeah. Surprised the window closes. I really am. Your guy needs a convertible.
I have a convertible. He can use my car.
Okay, there you go.
You know I'm going to say it, Dougie. You know I'm going to say it.
Just go ahead and say it.
Smoked, but it's going to be foul.
Oh.
A.J. Hansen all over that pitch. So today is 4 months from my wedding, which BFA Productions will be streaming.
That is amazing.
It's amazing. And Al Fisher has decided to turn it into a roast.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, so we're just gonna let.
So they're practicing
We're gonna
now.
let Chris have it. So if you want in on it, you want anything you want to just rub on Chris,
Go for it.
We'll tee that up for you.
Oh,
I think the best line thus far was Mike Gill when in the first inning of that game he said Chris Losey has the plate today, and then Al Fisher did his usual thing, and then so Mike responded with, "That's why I'm stuck between you two today." It was great.
All right, so
We have another walk. So Hansen walks, and here's Omar Hernandez.
actually,
No one expected this one, my friend.
No.
And yeah, this is where it kind of becomes interesting because now if you are the Surf, you're thinking, okay, let's try to put a nail in this one to play a 5-inning game and move on. But if you're the Cardinals, you want to kind of try to force the envelope to make these guys throw at least one other arm. Might even be a positional player for all you care at this point, but you try to get one more guy because it's going to weaken the bullpen for tomorrow.
Swinkowski can't handle it. Burns follows, but there's no play at all. And the 13th run comes home by Nicatoy.
I think that's a single.
Okay. Well,
I think it got eaten up by the
sorry, I'm going to
grass.
have to defer to the official score. Bonnie, what do you got?
It's definitely a single.
Hey,
It was.
see?
It was.
There you go.
It was definitely the grass. I agree with Doug.
I gave up here. I mean, this is crazy. I totally gave up here. Did you say 5 inning as in that there is a... Who's that?
Who's that? That's because Bonnie's on here. It's
Let's
not 'cause
bring
of
him
us.
over. Yeah,
Let's be
really.
real.
Yeah,
See?
I mean, let me fix my hair. Hold on a minute.
See what happens
my
when
hair.
you put a
Get my hair
female
fixed.
on?
Yeah, listen.
See?
We got, one of the games we've gotten the most comments on, and it's a very true story, is we had the play-by-play announcer from Rowan University, and Kayla was fantastic.
Really?
Yeah, we put her on
Yeah.
in the Williamstown playoff
Clearview game.
Yeah, Williamstown Clearview. She did a great job, and matter of fact, she's got a full-time gig now down at a television station outside of Baltimore.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
So pretty cool
Yep.
stuff.
That is awesome.
So we're always we always like to blaze new trails.
I love women in sports.
Yeah. Matter of fact, Monet Davis. So I know you're familiar with Monet
Yeah.
Davis of the Taney Little League fame.
Yes.
Springside Chestnut Hill Academy.
Yeah, she's been calling play-by-play for the DC Grays, which is a
Oh, wow.
college summer league
Yep.
team
Oh, wow.
that plays at the Washington Nationals RBI Academy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so listen, blazing
Yeah.
new trails. And
That's right.
I was talking to Steve Bandura last week, and Mo's name had come up, and he said she would love to do work with you guys because, matter of fact, Drew, our first base camera operator, used to catch for her for a couple of summers in the Phillies RBI program.
And you have the same last name as you?
He does.
Okay.
He does.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. No.
Yeah, he doesn't want to admit it sometimes.
I don't
but
steal all
that's
the
all right.
light here,
Yeah, it's all good. Well, I can
Look
tell
at
you.
him shaking his head.
Yeah, I'm gonna need him to climb up in the third base dugout and fix the filter on the other camera in a second.
1-2, swung on and missed, and finally, a 9-run inning comes to an end. Bottom of the third coming up. Surf up big here on BFA. 9 spot for the Surf in their half of the third inning. We go to the bottom of the third. It's 14-1. Surf in front of the Cardinals here on BFA in the semifinal matchup, game number 2. The trend now is that this will even up the series, and then we would have a game 3 tomorrow night. And Ryan Schumacher, do we have BFA television here tomorrow night on game 3? Don't know yet. There you go. Bunting Family Pharmacy presenting game number 2 of the Sjssbl semifinal matchup between the Surf and the Cardinals. And third inning of work for Colin McLaughlin. And he now has a 13-run lead taking the mound. So how we got here, 5 spot for the Surf in the first inning. 2 walks forced in 2 runs. 2 RBI hits. By the way, this is Brett Ewing with a 2-strike count. And that's there, and he strikes out. Second strikeout for Colin McLaughlin. 1 out in the third. And here is the DH Bobby Baxter. Baxter walked and scored a run in the Cardinals first. It's the only Northfield run of the game for them. So anyway, after the 5 spot, that was just the appetizer, because the main course for the Surf, they plated 9, sent 13 men to the plate. Now the 14-1 lead. 1 ball, no strikes, base is empty. Now it's 2-0 to Baxter. So what'd you think of having Bonnie Yager with us, Chase Petty's mom?
Oh, she's a baseball mom through and through, obviously, and rightfully so. She said it, proud of all of her sons. And, I mean, they're getting an opportunity. It's like lightning in a bottle, man. Once in a lifetime, and then some. The whole family's been involved. They're getting to experience something, and you enjoy the ride because you have no idea. Your hope is for the best, and it lasts an awful long time. But live in the moment, and I think that she's made sure that her boys have always understood that, number one, and then number two, we touch base. That brotherly love, that brotherly bond that they have is the most important thing to them of all. So, to be in a position that they're able to, stay closer, be involved in the game that they love at a level no one had ever kind of imagined or believed, I just think there's so many awesome pieces to that story.
Baxter walks with 1 out. And I'll bring up the catcher, C.J. Brown. I did not mention to Bonnie, I think that would be right, but the amount of the signing bonus has been released.
Yeah, you don't talk about it. It's not, to me. And again, you're talking about a guy that's in banking for a living. I mean, it's tough when you're in a public sport, but that's just nobody's business but theirs.
So we're not even going to mention that, but just suffice to say that all of South Jersey is thrilled beyond belief for this kid.
100%. I mean, he was the first one to kind of put everybody on his shoulders and take him along for a ride. He had a blast with it, and any chance that he got an opportunity, it was always about his teammates. It was always about, the experience. And you just look at how the season started. Not most, but I would say more than most, if that's right. I don't know that you actually go out and pitch for your high school team knowing what you already probably had lined up for you in a couple of months and really could have potentially been putting at risk.
Yeah.
But he never wavered from that. He said, this is my senior year. His dad, Bob, said the same thing to me. He goes, dude, we're not changing a thing. He goes, this is who we are. This is what we do. This is what Chase wants. And he, he was crushed when they didn't have the chance to win that state title, when it got taken from them. But when he wasn't pitching, he was out there playing shortstop. He was out there playing second base.
Yep.
Arguably, he was the best hitter in their entire lineup, at least the one that was the most feared. And that's saying something, right?
I was really, that's down the line foul. I was really disappointed I didn't get to see him as an umpire in that game, really.
Yeah.
But he was out of arm, I guess. I don't know. We don't pay attention to that as umpires, actually, the pitch count, but I think it's 100 or 105, whatever it is.
110.
110. There you go. Legion was 105 this weekend in the tournament, but we don't have to enforce that.
Mm-hmm.
But so Chase, he threw him in the Morristown. I think it was the semifinal, right?
Yeah. Well, listen, you can't. There is no tomorrow. And how many times? Listen, if you lose an elimination game with your best arm on the bench, you're the one as the coach that has to go and sit in front of your kids in front of the team and say, why didn't I try to deploy and do everything that I could? So I think it was 100% the right move.
Not to save him for the.
No, there's no tomorrow, man. You gotta fight for tomorrow.
Did you do that game, the Morristown game?
Yeah.
Most of those kids actually were a part of the Cherry Hill American Legion team, which I saw this weekend up in the Meadowlands.
Again, it's a different breed. You talk about why Chase played the way they wanted to play.
Yeah.
I coached the team back in 2017 for the East Vineland Senior League. We won a state title and ended up going all the way to the Eastern Regional Finals of the World Series. And the only reason that happened is because you had a bunch of kids that wanted to play for each other, right? So you had a mixed bag. You had you had an MLB prospect on the team. You had kids that had colleges that were lined up, kids that were at that point trying to get.
Swinkowski fouls that one back.
Trying to get recruited from a college standpoint, and they were literally flying back and forth from like Georgia to come and play games, changing uniforms from the airport on the way to the thing, and then kids giving up their positions knowing that, hey, I'm keeping the seat warm until the number one guy gets back.
Yep.
That's what happens with a team like Morristown and why they're doing so well from the American Legion standpoint, because that's what they're doing. All the egos get put aside, and the kids are playing for all the right reasons. As Bonnie rejoins us, Bonnie, we were just talking about.
Keep it clean.
Yeah, I'll try. We were just talking about the mindset, and maybe you can talk a little bit about it, of, Chase had made a decision early on that he was playing this season straight up the way he would every other season, regardless of what he knew he could potentially be putting on the line from his future. He wouldn't have it any other way.
No, he wouldn't. And he, against, all advice from his advisor, agent.
Yep.
He wanted him to be a pitcher only, just like he was through the summer circuit. And Chase said, absolutely not, because it will be the last time I get to play a position and potentially the last time, I get to the plate, and there's no way I'm giving that up.
And he must have had a little bit of ESP too, because going into the American League, he's going to be DH for. I know there are talks of they might eliminate it anyway the National League, but so not going to get a chance to swing the bat unless playing in a National League park.
I mean, it's obviously foreshadowing, but if there is a Major League debut, how many people are going to be there, assuming it's up in Minnesota? I mean, we're going to have to, charter a plane.
A plane, a bus, an RV. I think all of South Jersey will be there.
That'd be awesome. It would be really awesome if it was here.
Yes.
That would be
yes.
Really.
Yep.
Yeah. That would be awesome.
Yes.
Oh my God, it's amazing how close. And Doug and I were talking about it, just how close we are to what is lightning in a bottle. I mean, it doesn't happen.
No,
it doesn't. Happen.
Happen.
Mike Trout, last one.
Yeah.
And he didn't go to what, 25th pick?
25th, yeah.
Yeah. Be chased by one. He did reach out to him, right?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
It's
He's
funny.
a good kid.
We were sitting at dinner the night before the draft, and Chase is sitting at the table, and he's texting. And I'm like, who are you talking to? He said, Mike. Like, I'm supposed to know who he's talking about. I said, Mike who? He said, Mike Trout. Like, that's not normal.
Like, hello.
Yeah. You want to talk about a well-rounded and a grounded kid?
Yeah.
Mike Trout.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Man, oh, man, oh, man. I mean, his late brother-in-law, Aaron, and his other brother-in-law, Kyle, they both pitched for Margate in the summer a little bit. So I had a chance to umpire and meet those kids. And what are they saying now?
I don't know, 130? I'm not really sure.
I know it's a road in South Jersey. That's all I know.
Yes, it is.
That's all
It
I know.
is. I grew up right off of 130.
Where?
In Palmyra.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
wow.
Way
Okay.
up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There really is a guy named Frank Kerbeck. You
There is.
know that?
Oh, yeah. There
You
is.
know the Kerbecks?
My younger sister worked for him for years
Wow.
at the Palmyra
Wow.
Quarterback.
This might be the time where we ask, do you know?
Okay.
Wow. Palmyra, let's see.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on a minute here. 1 strike and 2 outs. Bounce to short. Antonicello flips to second. They get the out. So they end the inning, and I'm going to end it on this note. Forishes, Miss Petite, New Jersey, Angie Forish. That ring a bell?
No.
Good. All right, 14-1. We go to the top of the 4th here on BFA. We go to the top of the 4th inning. You care to repeat what you just said? Top of the 4th, 14-1. We're going to get fired, actually, but that's all right. 14-1, the Surf in front. In the top of the 4th, it's Sam Daggers leading off. Okay.
Alrighty then.
And he sends one to deep left center field, off the fence, in play. Daggers is going to get 2. And he'll lead off with a double.
True, man, he put a charge into this one. Daggers got it all. Just missed putting this one out.
It's okay.
You see it go all the way back, deepest part of the park.
My car's close to there, too. So
I couldn't get lucky enough to see it go through your windshield. I mean, Jeff Ball was actually saying to him, he's like, Daggers, maybe you need a couple more push-ups, man. I mean, you know you're all cut up and jacked, but that one didn't leave the yard.
now what do we got? Jeff wants more airtime. You know, there's another unsung hero in that dugout. How about Elaine?
Oh, listen, I've been in her shoes. She is my hero. Been there, and that is the hardest job.
No, I'm over there, Doug. No, sorry, I'm over there.
You mean where the ball just went?
No,
Yeah,
I'm there.
Oh.
So he wants me to get hit.
Well, we had, for my partner in crime, my BFA, Al Fisher, we have a progressive jackpot. So every game, I add $5 to the pot of if he gets hit. So it's an actual
It's
bounty.
a thing.
Yeah, it is. It's
a
a
thing.
bounty out there. So I'm like,
It's a lowsy
if
thing.
he gets hit by a foul ball or you throw a pitch at him, or
Oh,
throw at
that.
Al,
Oh, that.
yeah. You actually, if you hit
Oh.
Al with a ball and you're a player, you win the money. So
Oh.
it's a progressive pot. So it's $75. So it's been like
Wow.
13, 14 games now.
Wow. Can I get in on that?
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely.
I've actually encouraged players, pitchers, warming up because sometimes he'll walk to get in the lineup change. You just hit him.
Just hit him.
Just hit him.
Oh, that's terrible.
My
the
boy.
toy strikes out. What- you know, all broadcasting etiquette has gone out the window in this one, Doug. Just don't hold it against me. That's all.
Well, when you're in a 14-1 game,
Yeah.
the norm kind of changes a little bit.
A little bit.
There's some headlights.
Yeah,
Ooh,
just-
he's going to
no.
be in trouble.
yeah. I don't understand.
Find the screen. Inside corner, there's a strike call.
So Logan just missed one on his last at bat,
Oh, look who's up.
deep to right field.
Hickson side. I don't know which pet did TV better now, I don't know.
Logan was pretty good.
He
when
was
he
good,
was on
but
the air.
I'm sorry.
We had Bob on. Bob joined us not too long ago.
I tried to get him to rip the umpires. He wouldn't go for it. Logan smokes one to right field. They're going to hold.
Yeah, well, it's not smart to bite the hand that feeds you.
Daggers at third. So first and third for the Surf. It's already 14-1.
2 for 4 night there for Logan.
Yeah. And he's sporting the ACCC hat.
Yeah.
Good for him.
I think he's trying to get an endorsement from Tide.
They,
I think that's what he's working on. Always thinking, this kid.
listen,
That's going to drop in center. And guess what, my friends? Here comes the 15th run for the Surf tonight, and it's Sam Daggers.
I can show you some pictures of some pants that I've cleaned.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
You could get a Tide commercial coming.
I could. I could.
You can get it going. Why not? So I'm just making it funny. And since we're like first pitch swinging here by Antonicello, shallow center. Clement comes in. No advance. 2 outs in the fourth. A run in, and it's 15-1. Who's that handsome young man?
Is that you?
That is me.
See, I even
Dougie.
recognized you with hair.
What?
It's men's fast pitch in 1988.
You and handsome in the same sentence. Bonnie, I got to tell you.
Huh?
Listen,
If that doesn't
He
prove
looks
this
like-
woman's got
wait.
a heart of gold, I don't know
Who-
what does.
Oh, wow.
wait, he
Yes.
looks like who's the guy that Ralph Macchio,
The Karate Kid?
the Karate Kid.
Wax on, wax off.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
See,
I was told Charlie Sheen when I was younger.
it's definitely Ralph.
Look at him. He's like he can't wait to get out of here.
I feel like I'm levitating on this chair right about now. I'm like, please make it stop. Can someone hit like a 5-run bomb or something? You and Charlie Sheen, I don't know.
Okay. I'm just telling you.
I guess the plastic surgery didn't go well.
Oh,
for
this
you.
you know what? This wedding. Who's working on the crew, by the way? Because you're a guest, so you can't do that.
You crack me up. It's 4 months
Bounce
away.
to short. Yeah, it might not happen. Oh, that would be perfect. Off the bag, the tag is made. Inning is over. Another run for the Surf. We're going to collect ourselves and pay the fines to the FCC, and we'll come back. It's 15-1 Surf on BFA. Bottom of the fourth, we're back here on BFA. This is game 2 of the semifinal series between the Surf and the Cardinals. Chris Losey, Doug Stassic, our BFA sports crew, and let's just call her Chase Petty's mom, Bonnie.
and Logan's mom.
And Logan's mom
And Logan's mom.
joining us, and we're thrilled to have you. I mean, and we've
Thank
had
you.
so much fun.
Thank you.
Doug was talking about because it's
That's
not
true.
about me all the time, right, Doug? So, Doug was a long-time baseball coach. Do you remember him?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
did he always make really a fool of himself, with umpires or no?
No, not
No.
me.
No.
Nah,
Not Doug.
nah.
Definitely not Doug.
We always.
I can think of some that did.
Oh yeah.
Oh, 3 hops to short, or to second rather, 1 out. Play made by Lombardo. Go ahead.
No, for me, I always had an opportunity being in East Vineland and with Logan and Chase growing up in Millville. I was always coaching against Bob. I was
Yeah.
always coaching against them. So it was like me and my boys versus Bob and his boys, and
Right.
it always seemed to come down to the District 3
Exactly.
final.
Yep.
Always.
Always.
One of us would always
Always.
advance. It was kind of
Yeah.
like a foregone conclusion. I don't even know. I always used to joke. Like Bob and I would go to the meeting for the affidavits, and they're like, "Why don't they just
Why don't they?
put us through to the final?"
Exactly.
And we'll just,
Why waste everyone's time?
Yeah, because I can. I guess for the older kids, we won. I was coaching against them. We won a district title. Went extra innings. It was at Landis Park, and Millville went up, hit a grand slam going into the. That was in the top of the 7th. So it was bottom of the 7th. We came up, and everybody was going absolutely nuts. And it was a winner take all because it was a split series, 1-1. It was
Yep.
game 3. We came all the way back and won it in a walk off. Fast forward to the next year. Chase is on the team. He's playing now against a team that
Antonicello at short scoops that one up. 2 outs in the 4th.
so Chase being younger, Drew being a year younger, I'm in the dugout. This time we're playing in East Vineland. Winner takes all. Millville walk-off grand slam
Yeah.
from I think it was Jake. Is that coach?
Yep. Hold on.
Well,
Oh
not,
my God.
why am
Yes.
I drawing a blank?
'Cause
Played
I
at
am
Cumberland
too.
High.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Folks, this may never happen again.
Yeah.
Doug Stasic,
I don't have recall in my
he can't
baseball.
do it. Can't do it.
Yeah. Matter of fact, yeah.
Summon it. Come on. Bring it up there.
Dude, I can't. I think it was
Merritt.
Merritt. You're great. You got it.
See?
There's a text.
You're a ventriloquist.
I bet
You're a
this-
great ventriloquist, by
I
the way.
bet you this is the text from Drew telling me that it's Merritt because he just heard me talking. Yep. Yeah, you don't forget those. You don't forget those. Oh,
in
man.
those wars that you had down there, was Tom McCarville involved in that?
Oh, always. Tom Carville, legend.
Yeah.
Yeah, legend of Little League
Great guy.
baseball. Still involved.
Remember Tom?
Mm-hmm.
District administrator. But that's where it all starts. You know, you talk about, and even now, we're out here. Sometimes it's quick to forget of where do you learn to love
Mhm.
the game, and it usually starts with Little League. Like before
Absolutely.
there's travel ball,
Yeah.
before there's the showcase circuit, and there's these leagues in college, and living
Yep.
the dream. You only get to live that dream that Chase right now is living if somebody signs you up for T-ball.
Well, right.
Right.
And if you don't love it at that point, and you don't love it through Little League, then you're not going through the travel circuit and
Yeah.
showcase ball.
Yeah, it's something to be said when you get to, you never forget where you came from. That's like that Little
Exactly.
League lesson, you know?
Clemic walks with 2 outs. This is Ewing, first pitch swinging, fouled it back.
It's always unnerving when the ball goes up into the sky behind the lights, and you're like, hope it has trajectory to get behind us because we're not covered.
Yeah, where's the tent?
It's in the truck.
Okay.
We had a rogue rainstorm blow through Ocean City last week.
Oh,
an
that
event.
was-
It came out of
yeah.
nowhere. I
Oh,
mean,
wow.
Yeah.
and we had no coverage. Thank goodness there was a couple cool parents around us. We had a tarp. They literally held the tarp up as like a fake tent until the rain passed,
Oh, wow.
protecting
Wow.
the equipment. Yeah,
And they were soaked.
they were. They were.
South Philly, we didn't have that luxury. We didn't have a Little League per se then. We really didn't.
What'd you have?
We had CYO,
Oh, okay.
and when they called it 10 to 12 and 12 to 14, and that in time, and that'll end the inning. And we'll continue that when we go to the top of the 5th on BFA, and it's a 2-touchdown lead for the Surf. So that's interesting too, and then we're talking about the fact that Buna and Ocean City are in their game too. We're trying to get a score in that series as we are now in the top of the 5th inning in the Surf. They only scored in 3 of the 4 innings.
Yes.
But 5 runs, 9
A
runs,
lot.
and 1 run. Yeah, and you see the score, and that one goes behind. So that's not good.
I just text one of the baseball moms over there, so I should get an update pretty quick.
We got a
The best news gathering organization that there is in baseball.
Absolutely.
The baseball moms.
Absolutely.
Jeff Sennett is the pinch hitter, by the way, for the Surf here in the top of the 5th inning.
Yeah, you got to expect Ball to probably empty the bench a little bit here, try to get a couple extra at-bats because you never know when your number's going to be called.
3-1 to Sennett. And top of the order. So Ball was hitting for Omar Hernandez, so Hernandez's night's over. Save him for tomorrow night, right? Count runs full. I said save it for tomorrow night, but he's busy doing something, Bonnie, so, you know.
I'm trying to get you a scoring
It's a
update.
second. Ewing, 1 out. Okay. See, we have a love-hate relationship.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he loves to hate me.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
doesn't everyone.
Oh,
love
my
to hate
God, you don't even
everyone
know me
else?
that well when you say that. Gee, you know what? It just rubs off, doesn't it?
It does.
It's really. 1 out in the 5th.
So I'm not, again, I know you got a lot going on, so I'm thinking out loud. I'm not, people have been asking, texting, tweeting us, reaching out to me on Facebook. Our coverage for tomorrow is to be determined.
To short. Burns got to hurry. Doesn't get him. The ball's on the ground. Lombardo beats that out. Here's a guy that's had a night, Nick Newtile. You can say that about pretty much everybody on the Surf tonight. So you think Logan he just wants another at-bat. That's all he cares about right now, another at-bat.
Absolutely. That kid lives
It's
to
fine.
be at the plate.
Left side, no play. Doug Stasic feverishly working the cell phone.
Well, and I'm trying to switch the camera angles, just listening to the bat, so I hear the bat get hit.
Mhm.
If you tell me the ball's in left field, I'd know which finger to move.
Okay.
It is the bottom of the 6th right now, and Ocean City leads 6-2. Which would
Wow.
also force a Game 3 in that series.
Okay. But Bonnie's not available to do color tomorrow down the shore.
Well, it'll be Buna and then right here.
Oh, it'll be at
tomorrow.
Buna. Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
Buna's a higher seed.
Oh. New tile the other way, and that's going to fall for a hit and left. 2 on and 1 out for the Surf. And they keep on going. And Jeff Ball said it before the game. He said, Chris, I guarantee you're going to see a different team tonight.
Yeah.
He wasn't kidding.
These guys are good at rallying after.
Yeah, Bears repeating, but, you know, what could go wrong did go wrong last night, and that's just certainly is not the case tonight.
I heard.
Well, I like the fact that Doug mentions that Michael Dodd could be an option for tomorrow night. I mean, he is their number 1. First pitch swinging there
That's
by
right.
Daggers. It is foul.
And what was his pitch count for tonight?
A lot. Oh, Dodd? No.
No.
Well, wait, hold on, because all these walks were 4 at least.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I'd
But-
say over 50.
Still tells me he can throw probably 3-4 innings tomorrow to at least get you started.
No, that's true.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At least 5 walks, and they weren't on 4 pitches all the time. And that's in the first inning. A hit by pitch, a sacrifice fly, a fly ball, 2 singles, and I don't know if Logan is. That one's ripped into left center. And the Surf brought the bats tonight, folks. 16-1. That's Colin Lombardo crossing the plate. Bonnie, I'm so sorry. All that fixing you did, and I'm even bothering with
You're
it.
not
you know.
even doing it anymore.
Nah.
Thanks. I really appreciate it.
Why don't you just sign it?
Just autograph it.
Are you having fun?
I am.
Are you really?
I am.
It's just,
I
you
am.
know, it's like the hits just keep on coming, right?
Listen, everybody who knows me knows that baseball is my entire life.
What were those bars in Denver like?
We didn't really go to any.
What's the picture? Where were you the night?
Oh well, that was the bar that was downstairs at the
Oh,
hotel.
okay.
But like the night of the draft afterwards, like we went to a bunch of places to try to get in and celebrate.
Right.
But after 10 o'clock, even if it was a restaurant.
Yeah,
This could be 2.
Even if it was a restaurant, after 10 o'clock, they don't let anyone in that's under 21.
Oh.
Gotcha. So
So
that's a different ball game too. Get drafted.
Yeah.
In the major leagues, and can't technically
Yeah.
Right.
celebrate.
Technically.
Yeah, technically.
Could be the last chance for the Cards when we come back on BFA. One. Bottom of the 5th inning here in Northfield. It is 16-1 the Surf in front. And Cardinals got to get some offense, and they got to get it quick. And it'll be Brett Ewing, Bobby Baxter, and C.J. Brown. However,
It's actually Baxter. I had
okay.
trouble keeping up with the scorebook there. So
you among others.
Yeah, so it's Baxter leading off this frame.
That's fine. So there it is, the DH, Bobby Baxter. C.J. Brown, J.J. Swinkowski facing Colin McLaughlin, the Mercer County product. And you had mentioned, Doug, at the top of the show, not only that it was Colin, not Kyle, that he could get burned out tonight, but then that would open the door for Nick Atoy tomorrow night, right?
Yes.
It will.
1-1 here. And we mentioned that they need offense because I believe there is a 10-run rule in this league.
Yeah, and I'm getting word from Ocean City. It's now the top of the 7th with the Water Dogs of Ocean City still leading 6-2. So that will also go into a likely, I should say, can't say guaranteed.
Swing and a miss.
But it looks as if we're going to have another decisive Game 3 in Buna.
You'll stream both games, though.
I'm waiting on word, waiting on word.
Here's the 2-2. Struck him out. First out of the inning, 4 strikeouts for McLaughlin. And that'll bring up catcher C.J. Brown. You know many of these Cardinals?
I do. CJ is a great kid.
Yeah, we mentioned that. The catchers, both catchers were really good.
Yeah.
And good. I mean, I don't know him that well, but I got to know Omar from doing the ACCC games.
Oh,
and,
right.
Yeah, great kid. Regular season, we did a couple games here where I was actually talking to him during the at-bats, having fun with him.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, it's good stuff. Don't tell the boss, though.
Okay, well.
2-0.
It's our secret.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Whatever.
Al Fisher, man, I'll tell you. I miss Al.
Well, as this one winds down, again, I want to thank Joe Bunting and the Bunting Family Pharmacy, official sponsors of our BFA live stream coverage of the South Jersey South Shore Baseball League. And just a reminder that the Bunting Family Pharmacy brings the pharmacy home to you.
And who brings the broadcast to you of BFA Sports? Camera Charles Hope. Somebody named Drew. Drew Stasic. Always in the middle of things. Today's game was produced and directed by Ryan Schumacher. I was going to say, why are you hitting me?
You know.
Pitch is inside. Actually, it's like 1 strike. 60-1. Runner at first on the walk. Swinging a foul by Swinkowski. And it's 2 strikes. The executive producers of BFA Sports are Al Fisher, Doug Stasic, and Brian Murray. Just want to get that out of the way, a little housekeeping.
There you go.
Yep.
Something that you don't do at home.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
That was a good one.
Just got a piece of that. Oh, you have no idea. Oh, my God. So we're doing the Thank You Classic. BFA Sports is doing the Thank You Classic. I'm working the plate. We're up in Nagurski Field in Pensauken.
Right.
Chrissy's there, my fiance.
Mm-hmm.
And Al's like saying on television, like, is there any reason why you're not brushing the plate off? Because I rarely use a brush. I use my feet.
Right.
And it was you, Doug, or it was Al? Huh?
It was me.
Tell her what you said.
Uh-oh.
That's in the dirt. Swinkowski is out because first base was occupied, and that's 2 outs, and they'll be in advance to second.
Yeah,
By C.J. Brown.
I think it was.
You know what it was.
There's no way you're going to use a brush to brush that plate off because you don't clean up anything at home.
That's affirmative. We know who cleans the house.
We know
We
who
know
cleans
who
that.
cleans.
Yeah.
Right.
And we're yelling this out of the booth
Yeah.
down on the field. So everybody on the broadcast could hear it, but so could everybody who was on the field. The catcher even turned around and was laughing.
That is amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I can just tell you that that's like a little tease of what my wedding video is going to look like.
Yeah, it'll be a rip.
Yeah.
And also, while we're here, got to remind, right here on this very field, Saturday night is going to be the Home Run Derby
Mm-hmm.
and the All-Star game of the
I think I'll be here.
SSBL. Yeah, we got a couple of cool surprises for everybody. Let's just say it's going to have very much a
You coming?
Major League
Yeah,
Baseball
I'll be here.
flavor to it.
No, I won't be here.
We'll have some
I'll
guys.
be in North Carolina.
There you go.
Sorry.
We'll have some guys mic'd up who are on the field. We'll have
That's
some
cool.
on-field cameras that are going.
That's cool.
So we'll be able to talk to some players as the game is going on.
We did that with the Hoops Madness All-Star game. Remember that? We liked a couple of players.
Yeah.
That was fun.
I'll definitely be watching it. Though.
Looking forward to that. I will be on that call, I believe.
We got a host of characters that'll be out Saturday night, so you're not going to be just by yourself, if that's what you're asking.
I didn't ask that at all.
All right. Yeah, no.
Is Coffee Jones making an appearance?
Not for baseball. He's allergic to baseball.
No clock.
Matter of fact, Coffee texted me or left me some message, so
What did he say? Tell him I didn't die.
I don't know.
you
I haven't. He leaves audio messages. I hadn't listened.
Oh,
to
is that
them.
what he does?
Yeah, it's definitely about
Do you know?
football.
Do you know Coffee? Got to be
No,
Coffee.
I do not.
So we have a final in Ocean City. It's 6-2. The Water Dogs over the Blue Dogs. Game 3
That's a
will
lot of
be
dogs.
tomorrow night at Malini Park in Buna. 7 p.m. first pitch, and I'll find out from the president of the SJSSBL
Yep.
if, in fact, oh man, that was like a 9-iron. Oh boy, what is going on here?
What happened here is right.
That was foul ball.
Yeah, I think that was foul, and I think John
Definitely
Duval was
foul.
calling it foul.
Everybody looks
Do you guys
so
have a replay?
confused.
That was
Do
definitely.
we have a replay on that one?
I don't know if we can pull it back far enough, but
It was foul.
Ethan Hickson. Let's see.
Slow it down. Really?
Foul.
That looked like it hit the bag to me.
No, it did not hit the bag. It did not hit the bag. It's 2-2.
Camera operator saying definitely foul. The guy
There you go.
shot the ball.
There you go. By the way, 6-2 Nationals in the bottom of the 5th.
Nah.
Phillies are in trouble again. Setting himself for another walk-off. That pitch is high. Full count to Hickson.
Oh, there we go. Got some lights out in left field. Oh,
Yeah.
what is
Surprised they're not stopping the game.
I know. It's like amateur hour.
Not happening. 3-2. Wide. Hickson walks. Much to the disgruntlement. Again, 130. I don't know where we're going with that.
It must be a number of pitches.
I was gonna
That's a
say,
lot.
Is that the?
Yeah, it must be.
Is that the pitch count?
Yeah, that's probably the max of the league.
Well,
And I hear that because I think yesterday Bunting ended up throwing his guy like 129 because.
that would make sense then. 130.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Jeff Ball has decided to make this game go a little longer by making a pitching change with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. So you can see how delighted the umpires are about that. So the game continues. Conlon McLaughlin lost in all of this, by the way. 5 strong innings for the Surf tonight for Jeff Ball. First pitch swinging, popped
heads
up.
That's
Heads
coming
up.
back. It's coming back.
Out of play.
I would have saved you both.
Hey, there we are.
There you go.
Right there behind the booth.
It's Ethan Dodd.
Bonnie's got good hands. She'll tell you.
I'm docking.
I'm ducking.
Most excitement we've had was the crowd on the other side of the field. 1 strike pitch. Down low, 1-1. Do they have re-entry in this league, sir?
Oh, it's not a pitching change.
Because Omar Hernandez is back catching when he was pinch hit for Mr. Sennett.
You can
Well, there it
re-enter.
is.
Starters can re-enter once.
1-2. And the Cardinals down to the last strike.
That was actually a highly debated rule for the league at the beginning of the year because it kind of has a high school flavor to it, but they were trying to give these guys more flexibility, and the kind of ruling was they knew, especially earlier in the year, it was going to be difficult to have full rosters with kids still having high school, some of the college guys not being around. So, like, well, what happens if we show up at a game and we only got, like, 9 or 10 guys? Like, we have to have some option to be able to re-enter at least a starter.
Yeah.
So they voted it in, and that's why you see Hernandez back behind the plate, because I'm going to guess they probably don't have another catcher in the building tonight.
The 1-2. Missed low. 2-2. And I wonder if that is as a fan or just as a let's go home.
It's a fan.
It's a fan. All right. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 on, 1 out. He went. Did he go? No.
Yeah, I thought that was a pretty good pitch. That was
Count
50-50.
runs full, and yet we stay longer. Here it is, the 3-2 with 2 outs. Ball 4. The bases are loaded. And again, the 130 chant from the Surf side.
Wow.
And that'll be it.
I was going to say.
Here comes Jeff Ball. And an exciting pitching change, folks, in a 15-run baseball game. And look at Logan. Look at Logan. Oh, no. Oh,
no.
no.
He's not.
Could it be, folks? Look, he just darted into the dugout to go change gloves.
No.
Yeah.
I'll be more impressed
No
if he
way.
comes out with a clean pair of pants.
Oh.
Let's see.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, he's going to
No,
the outfield.
he's going to the outfield, but, you know.
He hasn't pitched since
I was going to say, like,
his sophomore year in high school.
yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been cool.
It would have been very cool.
That would have been cool. A.J. Hansen is going to move from center field to the mound.
I'm just looking at his mechanics, and I'm going to go out and guess that this isn't the first time that he's pitched, man. He's got a cannon.
And he's got clean pants, too.
Yeah. I mean, his mechanics are a little short.
Only a baseball mom would say such a thing.
Yes.
We would think it and say, oh, boy, wow, this kid doesn't hustle. He doesn't get dirty.
Oh, my, that's not even what I meant.
I know. I know what you meant. Yeah. No. It's the makings of a commercial, folks.
It is.
How do you get his pants so clean, Mom? What do you do? I use.
You really want to know? I can give
I'm
up my
gonna
secrets.
I'm gonna relay.
All righty. So Doug's going to go.
Oh my no!
Come on.
I've been sitting
Come
on
on.
an airplane
Come
all
on.
day.
So what? Sit down with me.
I've
Come
been
on.
sitting on an airplane.
We
all
got to take
day.
more pictures. Come on. 'Cause
Okay.
nobody's going to believe
More
it.
selfies
Oh, hell yeah.
of me sweating profusely.
It's all right. It's a hot thing to do. Oh, okay. And you know what the camera is, right? Oh, come on. Don't be like that.
Oh, come on.
You ready?
Ready.
You sure?
Yeah.
Big smile. I want him on Facebook. Here,
You got to send it to me.
I'm going to.
Okay.
Oh, that's classic right there. Here, you got it. Do what you got to do with it.
Can you?
Do what you got to do with it.
All right. Let's edit it. No. I'm just doing the mirror. Ready?
How do you do the mirror? Oh, okay. Oh, so you could read it.
Oh wait.
A.J. Hansen is the new pitcher. 16-1.
No. Oh, here we go.
Bases loaded.
No.
And
News travels quickly, so we actually got a scoring update right in the dugout. Joe Bunting said, "Yeah, just got a text at Ocean City, 6-2 final."
Tommy Burns at the plate with the bases loaded. Bounce to Hansen, and that, my friends, is a Game 3, and we'll see you tomorrow night, as someone once said. Final score in 5 innings tonight. The South Jersey Surf win, and they win big. They get 5 in the first, they get 9 in the third, and they go away with a 16-1 victory. They even the series at 1 game apiece. So we'll see you hopefully tomorrow night. Stay tuned. We have a to be determined from the league and from BFA Sports. So for Doug Stasic and Bonnie Petty. Chris Losey, thanks for joining us. We'll see you hopefully tomorrow night somewhere on SJSSBL playoff action. 2 Game 3s tomorrow. Enjoy it.